Portugal with toesalad.com. Today I'm going to be doing a video review of the Vivobarefoot Neo Trails. I'm sitting here on the shore of the Cascapedia River in the beautiful area of the Gaspé Peninsula in Quebec. This is where my family and I recently moved, and it's a beautiful fall day. We just had some snow the other day and a little bit of rain. These are really actually perfect conditions for a shoe like the Neo Trail. The Neo Trail is a water-resistant, breathable trail shoe from Vivobarefoot. It is actually the first one to be released that features their new off-road sole. The off-road sole has really nice, widely spaced, deep lugs, and still retains the great flexibility we've come to expect from Vivobarefoot. The uppers of the shoe are made out of a synthetic material that is very water resistant, and I wonder if we can demonstrate that here. If I stick it in the water just beads off it. I consider this shoe to be really good for conditions maybe like fall, in slushy, icy, potentially wet conditions, or maybe winter depending on the temperature. Because this shoe does have a fairly thin sole, I wouldn't expect it to work very well in cold conditions. This past weekend we went for a hike and I wore these shoes, and the temperatures hovered around 26 to 32 degrees, and I found them just on the edge of being too cold for my feet, but I wouldn't want to wear them in much colder conditions than that. I'd consider them to be a little bit too warm for summer hiking. You'd want an upper that's much more breathable, but if you're using this as a trail running shoe, I think it would be a great trail running shoe for wet, slushy, cold conditions in winter or spring or fall. One complaint I have with this shoe is that the sole rubber is made out of partially recycled content, and I guess the way that they constructed that rubber, there's these little white flecks in the sole. I believe that's the recycled content, and I found that the white flecks tend to weaken the rubber a little bit and make it crumble and flake a little in some places around the lugs. So I think they probably are wearing a little faster than they ought to. But other than that, I love the sole. It's got great grip, and because the lugs actually have a little bit of give to them, they can move and grip on in a wide variety of conditions, especially in rocky terrain as well. I like this upper. It has really nice, durable toe protection, and along the sides of the shoe, the way the rubber wraps up a bit, and then they put a more durable fake leather material on the sides. It really helps prevent abrasion. One thing that I wish they would do is figure out a way to not expose the stitching, because my experience has shown that exposed stitching is always bad news when it comes to rough environments where you may have a lot of sharp rocks where your foot may go on the edge of a rock and then slip. That tends to catch the stitching and cause it to tear out and can prematurely wear the uppers. But other than that, I think these shoes are great construction, and I think they'll be very durable. If a person wanted to take care of that stitching issue, if you were going to be using these for a long time in really rugged conditions, I would suggest maybe putting some sort of a glue or like seam grip or maybe shoe goo over top of the stitching, just a light coating just to give them some abrasion resistance.